Welcome to a Nitpicking Nerds death tech of Kethis, the Hidden Hand.
In this video, we're going to be pouring our legendary cards into the graveyard, and then unpouring them back all at once.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
I'm your host, Beezy, together with the Nitpicking Nerds, and if you haven't seen our intro video for ranking every single commander, check it out and subscribe, because it's awesome.
Yeah, because that's where we're going to rank every single commander. And besides, you want to be a subscriber anyway, because all of our subscribers are legendary.
Disclaimer, we couldn't think of anything funny to put here.
But enough dawdling. Let's get to the deck. What are we doing? We got to read Kethis. This is a legendary deck. We're just jamming legends into the deck. So, it's super grindy, super graveyardy.
Graveyardy? Super legendary? This deck is legendary.
I agree. It's the funniest joke ever, and we should definitely repeat it throughout the whole video.
But the deck is legendary?
Yeah, so why don't you read Kethis?
Kethis is green, black, white for a 3/4 Elf Advisor. Legendary spells you cast cost 1 less, and you can exile 2 legends from your graveyard. All legends in your graveyard you may cast the spell this turn.
So it like Liliana's, the one untouched by deaths for legends. It's super weird.
Definitely a weird card.
It's like anemic because you have to get rid of some of the legends you would use.
So you really got to fill up your graveyard with a lot.
And it says you can play legends, so like even legendary lands. There's legendary lands, sorceries, enchantments, artifacts, and creatures and planeswalkers in here. There's no legendary instance. They've not been printed.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. Well, let's get into the categories first.
You said we'll get there. Like we are like
We'll
this video.
We will force wizards to make legendary instants, and then we will preview them as our preview card.
Sounds fun.
Sounds great.
I'm down.
Sounds almost as good as the first category, getting legend into the graveyard. How are we going to do it?
Did you say that in English?
Yes. How are we going to do it?
Oh, okay. Because all I heard was a bunch of gibberish.
Yeah, but it's on screen.
Oh, if it's on screen, I guess if that's it, they can just read it on screen.
It's in the heading. They don't need to. Why don't you read it? Because you're wasting everyone's time.
I'm wasting everyone's time. We're getting legends in the graveyard so we can activate this man's ability, so we can use and cast those legends. Satyr Wayfinder. This is 1 green for a 1/1. When Satyr Wayfinder enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land from among them into your hand. Put the rest in your graveyard.
That's right where we want them. And Perpetual Timepiece.
You need a combo.
Best card ever. Taps to mill yourself for 2.
Perpetual Timepiece also helps protect you from graveyard hate, because you have like 50 of your legends in your graveyard and you get graveyard hate.
Oh no. A Bajuga Bog. Shuffle them all back in. You've done nothing. You've accomplished nothing. You get to laugh at them.
That's not true, though.
It's even better because you get to choose what you shuffle in. So all your dead cards and your fetch lands and the stuff that you don't need, you'll never draw again, and you'll only draw the awesome legends.
Yeah, but you said they've done nothing. They've literally like made your game. You had to crack your timepiece.
A minor inconvenience.
You
can go minor inconvenience, and they'll go like, oh man, my Bajuka Bog.
It's a reset. I don't know what you're talking about. Perpetual Timepiece.
I much prefer my opponent's graveyards exiled than back in their deck for them to use for their nefarious deeds.
So with your commander Entomb, basically becomes a tutor spell because you'll be.
It already is a tutor spell.
Well,
now it's a tutor spell that like.
You'll be able to cast whenever you get. Speed. As long as there's 2 legends in your graveyard, you'll just be able to cast it. Entomb being a tutor that you can immediately cast is awesome. It being a vamp tutor type thing.
Yeah. Citrus Supplier, super simple, 1 mana, 1/1, milk 6 essentially. And 3 sack outlets that you need to mention.
3 legendary sack outlets. Eiley, legendary sack outlet. She's white, black for a 2/3, pay 1, sacrifice a creature you gain life equal to its toughness. Irrelevant text after that because it's never true.
And she has Death Touch.
And she has Death Touch. That's way more relevant than the bottom text I'm not reading.
Yawgmoth, we read 1,000,000 times. Yahenni's a 2/2 for 3. Whenever your opponent's creature dies, she gets bigger. You can sack a creature to make her indestructible.
Yeah, so she can survive board wipes too.
Most board wipes.
That's true. So she'll never survive all board wipes.
What is category number 2?
Cards you want to exile from our graveyard. These are actually just, we put a lot of lands that are just basically forest, but it's a legend and does something completely useless.
Like Flagstones of Trocare.
Yes.
Which is a legendary land that does something useless. And Pendlehaven, which I don't even think there's any 1/1 creatures in this entire deck, except for Satyr Wayfinder and Citrus Supplier.
I want the time where it becomes relevant.
And like Loyal Retainers maybe is a 1/1. I don't know.
Libertines is a 1/1, yes.
So this card's broken. It basically is the best forest ever.
Tomb of Urami.
I would not recommend ever activating this ability. It's a swamp that hurts you a little bit, and mostly you just want it in the graveyard.
It's a pain swamp.
It's a pain swamp that gives you... Finally, a card gives you the outlet to sacrifice all your lands. Just like if you ever want to just leave the game, you're just like, well, I have an onboard trick. I'm dead. Although if you control, I think, what is it, a stupid like ogre that doesn't deal 1 to you? I don't think we put any ogres in here.
Is there any legendary ogres? I don't know if there is any legendary ogres. Besides the red one. The weird red...
Kirkesh is legendary. He's an ogre spirit. Shrek is legendary, but he's not even in Magic.
Yeah, not yet.
And if you have Urborg out, you wouldn't want Shrek anywhere near you.
I'm literally waiting for... I know you're saying Shrek will keep you out of his swamp.
I didn't need to say it. The next land. Urborg. Hold on. It's not Urborg Tomb to Yawgmoth. That's in...
That's a real card.
Yeah, that's an actual Magic card that fixes your mana. This is just Urborg. I have no idea what Urborg does.
I do. I actually
know what Urborg does.
I don't know what the cost is, so I know...
So you don't even know what Urborg does.
It taps for a black. It comes in untapped. It taps for a black.
Which is all we care about.
And I think you can tap it to target something, and it loses Swamp Walk and First Strike.
Hold up. Target creature loses First Strike or Swamp Walk. They can't do both.
Oh,
That's too good.
That's
too freaking good. That would break something. So you can make things lose First Strike or Swamp Walk.
You're right. And also, those two abilities are so unrelated. Why is it able to do that? Like, if it was First Strike or Double Strike, you'd be like, oh, I get why
Double
it does
Strike
that.
did not exist.
That's true.
Kidding me? I didn't even know that First Strike existed back then. Like, they had First Strike that long ago?
What set is Urborg from?
Like, they didn't even have Vigilance or, like, anything like that. Urborg is from 94. They had First Strike in 94.
No, it's really funny watching BZ look that up and like have to read it off the screen.
I didn't have my reading glasses on. There's no screen. They can't see a screen. There's no screen. Whenever I do this, I'm just stretching my arm.
Yeah, stretching his arm toward nothing.
Toward absolutely nothing. What are the best legends in this deck?
So the best legendary creatures we'll start with.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of different types, as we mentioned.
As he mentioned. Elish Norn, Grand Cenobite. I mean...
Come on now. This is like the fairest way to win.
She's good.
Just beat him.
I mean, I don't... It's just like comes to the point where it's like, what more can we say about this card? This card's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've ever read it on here, but everyone knows what Elish Norn does.
Yeah.
You guys are bigger, their guys are dead. Perfect. But you gotta read the next one.
Captain Cisse. 2 green-white for a 2/2 legendary.
Oh my god, is it a 1/1?
I said 2/2.
Is she a 2/2 or 1/1?
She's a 2/2. Tap it, search your library for a legendary card, put it into your hand, shuffle your library.
Literally taps for Demonic Tutor. It's completely insane.
I like how Demonic Tutor is the go-to. Like, that's the tutor. Like,
I mean, what else does Demonic... Like, nothing else does Demonic Tutor.
Diabolic Tutor.
Diabolic Tutor? That makes it sound like you're saving more mana. Like, wow, 4 mana worth of crap. Or it's there's even worse one. There's one from like Dark Ascension. It's 5 mana and it's flashback. Increasing Ambition. Like, wow, Increasing Ambition. Crazy. Whoa, every turn. Yeah, it's really good.
You're getting an awesome 5 mana spell.
Try to compare it to the least mana spell so your opponents will want to kill it. Like, this is basically just opt.
Reki. History of Kamigawa.
Whenever you cast a spell, draw a card.
Well, a legendary, but most first spells are legendary in this deck.
I don't even know what the official count is. It's got to be like 70 something. There's a disturbing amount of legendaries in this deck, and they all fit. None of them are forced, really.
The only ones that are forced are the lands, and they don't actually.
I'll just play Pendelhaven over a forest.
It just doesn't hurt you unless you're in a Blood Moon meta. It's not going to hurt you.
Yeah, and if you're in a Blood Moon meta, what are you doing? What are you playing this deck for?
Just leave the meta.
Just leave the meta. That's your solution. Liliana, Dreadhorde General. This Magic card is insane, and we're putting it in almost every deck.
It feels like we're using her a lot.
Are there creatures? Well, I probably want Liliana Dreadhorde General.
Yeah, she's probably... Wow. It's coming to the point where it's like, is she my favorite Planeswalker in EDH?
Yes. I don't even think I've ever cast her. She's my favorite Planeswalker in EDH.
I think so. And like she's going to go in the most decks. She's awesome. The minus ability is really just... Like, the fact that she has that
static ability is insane.
That's what I'm saying. She comes out, you minus, you get to draw 2. Everybody has sacrificed 2 creatures. It feels really strong.
This is basically a board wipe. It's one of the go-tos if you ever tap Cisse or you like Entomb for something.
Entombba.
And casting Lily for 5 is even better than casting her for 6.
I forgot. I just forget.
You forget about the reduction.
I just forget about the reduction because it's like
it's relevant when all of your spells get reduced. It's basically Helm of Awakening for you.
Which is super strong.
I mean, I would play the heck out of that card. Oh wait, we are playing the heck out of that card. Not Helm of Awakening. It's not in this deck. That one guy commented. It's not in every deck we do. What is in this deck though? Next to 3 cards.
Next to 3 cards, we have Urza's Ruinous Blast. So destroy
Plague Wind.
Destroy all non-legendary.
Exile them. Forget about it.
Exile all. Is it permanents?
Non-land, non-legendary permanents.
Non-lands, non-legendary. I wasn't sure if it was permanents or creatures, but super strong. Just wipes.
And what's the exact opposite of destroying everything that's not legendary? Reanimating everything that is legendary. Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. It'll only cost 6, and you just filled your graveyard up. Put them all back.
And you get to make another.
It's tiring. You gotta like.
Well, yeah. We suggest triple sleeving all decks.
Triple sleeving all decks.
So when you have to pick up your graveyard, it's really heavy.
You will be so jacked by the time you like finish drawing cards in that game. You're just gonna be like ripped. You're like.
Also, like State of Wayfinder, 4 cards at once.
Oh, that's tough. We are so off track. Kamal's Druidic Vow. This card is really weird. I think it's good in here. I'm almost positive. It puts lands in play and it puts all legendary permanents, which is like every permanent.
Yeah, exactly. If it's, with it being every permanent.
Yeah, it's got to be good. And my favorite artifact in this deck is Mox Amber. Named after my cat.
Yeah, I mean Mox Amber, 0 mana. It taps.
You don't have legend, then you're in Frown Town anyway.
Frown Town. Taking it to Frown Town.
Taking it to Frown Town.
Right next to Flavor Town.
Right, it is located adjacent to Flavor Town.
Okay. Profane Possession. This is 1 white-black for a legendary enchantment.
Keyword legendary.
You may pay 3 black-white, exile target creature.
That's already pretty good.
And then if there's 3 creatures exiled underneath it, flip it over into a land and
then you can pay 2 black, white, tap it to put one of those things into play. So under your control.
Also, this works against... So, it won't flip if you keep exiling your opponent's...
Commander?
I've
had board states where I don't want this to flip. And if you have a ton of mana, you can, like, stack them. So you go like, oh, I have 2 creatures under there and I have 15 mana for whatever reason. Here we go. You just go target, target, target. They all get exiled. Then you get 5 choices.
And you get to make a...
You just scrape the tablecloth, so it makes a really loud tablecloth noise.
Oh, you go...
Yeah, gross.
Yeah.
Growing Rites of Itlamok, Argwell's Bloodfast, 2 other Ixalan flip thingies that we have in here, and I love Journey to Eternity.
It's just, yeah, we put in all the legendary, like...
They're all relevant. We sacrifice creatures. We want to exile creatures. I mean, that Profane Procession is the worst one. Growing Rites is always going to hit. We have like 32 creatures in this deck. Bloodfast just draws cards. And then most of them flip into lands, which is perfect.
Yeah, they all flip.
I mean, Argwell's Bloodfest is never going to flip into a land, but the most of them can flip.
Most of them flip easily into lands.
Yeah.
Argwell's Bloodfast flips very rarely.
Yeah, you can challenge accepted yourself.
Yeah.
To get that going. But I wouldn't recommend it.
You can definitely flip it, but you're definitely putting yourself at risk of losing the game very quick.
You know what else is at risk of losing the game very quick?
Your opponents.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Winning the game is the next category. This, do you want to just kind of like read all these cards?
Well, let's start with this. This deck is a grindy value deck.
It is.
So you're going to, more often than not, beat your opponents with just playing valuable things.
Like you stick an Elishnorn, Alpha Strike at somebody, then you can like stick a Liliana, kill all their creatures, hit them for a bunch more.
Like, and that's what this deck is doing.
Yeah, we usually don't do that. This deck is super grindy. And let's talk about, like, we have some top ends. Like, Elishnorn is one of the top end win cons. But there's also Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger.
Pulamog, I believe.
We nicknamed him Pulamog. I don't know why. But it is we've never called him anything else.
Because he's a poo.
He's just poo.
He's poo. I mean, what else?
I think somebody marveled it on turn 4, and I went, well, that's poo.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. And Emrakul the Promised End.
The Poomist End.
Emrakul the Promised End promises the end for one of your opponents.
Mm-hmm. Most
commander decks can actually kill themselves pretty effectively.
Yeah, especially if you have...
there are some savage things you can do.
I hope you don't have Toxic Deluge in your hand, because it's over.
Yeah, Toxic Deluge, Fire Covenant, Necropotence, like, you just kill them. And, funnily enough, if somebody Emrakul Promise Ends us, and we have this stupid land that sacrifices all your lands, then we're screwed.
Oh no, you're right.
Don't play that land under all your other lands. Don't let them see that you have Ogre land. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, what is that called?
Ogre Temple. We'll call it Ogre Temple. But what is the main win count? Like critical mass, you're actually just dead.
Our combos, Alter Dimension or Crucial Element are like the payouts for this. And so you have Safi, Eric's Daughter, and Sun Titan. So those two.
And a sack outlet.
And a sack outlet. So yeah, you have the Ultra Dementia so you have the Ultra Dementia.
Or Cruel Celebrant and a sack outlet. And you go Safi Sun Titan, they kind of just chill out. Safi targets Sun Titan, sack Sun Titan, comes back, gets back Safi. Oh look, we're back where we started, but with a trigger.
Yep, and you can just mill everyone out like that.
Mill everybody out or drain them depending on what your meta calls for or what you have out in play.
Yeah. We have
Renegade Rallier also goes with Safi. That's another pairing. Loyal Retainers also goes with Safi. That's another pairing.
Yeah, so basically Safi's the main one card in this
Safi
deck.
is probably the Gourmet Bagel. I would say the best card in the entire deck.
What? The Gourmet Bagel?
I never thought Safi Eric's Daughter would be the Gourmet Bagel of the
But why
deck.
is she a Gourmet Bagel?
Because she's the best card in the deck. Everything else is bread butter. Seder Wayfinder, Liliana, bread and butter. This is
Seder Wayfinder is bread and butter in your Kethis
Seder
deck.
Wayfinder is bread and butter in any deck it's ever in. It's just like, yeah, the card's great.
It's just like, yeah.
Oh, I sound like Ariana Grande.
And how to sort of like respect that, you know what I mean?
It's just like really great, and everything's fine now. Yeah. Okay, so let's
And the video.
just good vibes and end the video.
Oh, we're just throwing shade at Ariana Grande in this video.
Whatever. Shout us out on Twitter, Ariana Grande, and we'll get more followers.
We love
Start a
you.
Twitter war with Ariana Grande. Shout out to our patrons, who have never started a Twitter war with anyone, because they're the best people I've ever met.
That we know of.
They would never.
Yeah,
They're the best people I know, because they want to support us financially and make cool stuff like ranking every commander happen.
That's
That's
happening.
because of them.
That is 'cause
happening
of them.
very soon.
It's a lot. I wish now, looking back, that we had kept track of the time we had put into ranking every commander.
It's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of hours. It's great.
I mean, I'm not bragging or asking for
it's-
anything.
it's
all
no-
we need is your view.
All we need is your view, and that's awesome. I'm just saying, it'd be like, it's just funny to think about now. It's like, because it was like a slow process. It was like over time, it's like,
A couple hours a week for like 3 months.
it's awesome. And this
Okay,
is
anyway,
gonna be
that's coming.
covered.
This is going. So we should probably sign off.
We should sign off.
Do we have a slogan?
I believe it's. No, I got nothing.
Well, we got to think of something.
Oh, well, what about Peace Out, Tribe Scout?